Welcome to Unselfishly Me, a podcast all about self-love, self-care, and everything in between. I'm Jane, a personal trainer with a focus on self-love. Each week, we'll be chatting to someone about their self-love journey, how long it took, and what it took to get there. Welcome to the Self-Love Club. I'm so excited to have you guys here. It is something that I've been planning for a long time, and I just needed to find the right way to package it and to put it on a platform. So it is finally here. Things take time, and the right thing always comes along. So I'm so excited to have you here with us, no matter what tier you're on. It is just such a sense of community, and I just love that I can help so many people at the same time. So every month, the second tier is going to have a webinar with one of my favorite people, and we get to learn and ask them questions, and it's just going to be something so amazing to create community and to help us all learn something new. So I'm going to be introducing you to them each week so that you can see who is going to be coming on, and I'm really excited to share these people with you. Each month is themed, so the guest who is on the webinar is going to be talking about their speciality in regards to the theme. So each month is going to be completely different, and it's going to just be something that is completely special, unique, and it's just going to be such a sense of community and of healing in regard to what they do as well. So I'm really excited about this collab. So welcome to another guest expert for our Self-Love Club Tier 2, my friend Meg. She is now called the Expat Astrologer. You might also have seen her on my Instagram all the time as This Is Us Living. So we started out years ago. She was a client when I was working at the gym, and then we became friends, and then she left and moved to Joburg, and then she left and moved to Ireland, which actually suited me really fine because we ended up doing a bucket list trip. When was that? 2018, yeah. I went to Ireland. That was amazing. We decided to go, I don't even know how this all happened, actually. I just saw something on Facebook. Country Music Festival, 3 days in Ireland or in Scotland. And then I spoke to my Scottish friend, and she was like, no. And then I spoke to Meg, and she was like, yes, I've been wanting to go. So it was amazing. The stars aligned for us. It was an amazing trip. Oh my gosh. So we have been through a lot in the last few years together. And seeing her in Ireland and it's so funny because now that I've gotten into astrology and realized that I have lands in Scotland and Ireland, no wonder I felt so at home in Ireland. It was freezing and snowing. I was just living my best life.
Yeah.
Now we know better. Now we know why I was so excited.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thanks so much, Jane. Yeah, I can't actually believe how much we've grown in the 11, 12 years we've known each other. It's actually wild, wild.
People will be like, what do you mean it's wild? No, we have come a long way. And I think also in confidence as well, just like who we are, and owning ourselves and owning our shit. Like we back ourselves and we're confident in who we are and just what we're doing. And I think, like if we look back, if we actually saw ourselves back then, we'd be like, shame. It's okay. It gets better.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It's like prior to husbands and children and all these other things that we've now grown into, these new roles that we've grown into. There's just so much, figuring out your shit is just it's a crazy ride. You kind of only look at it back. You can look back and be like, wow, okay. And astrology, that's what's helped me really, is astrology, is just unpacking all of that.
And your journey into it has been, it's been phenomenal. It's been amazing to watch as well. And I think, so your background is in marketing, and that's your day job. And you've been doing that for years. Jack is my old travel buddy from Ireland. He used to come and sit on my lap. And one night he went and stole my chuckles that were in the bag.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember. He's stolen somebody's electric toothbrush and did a number on it. So it's much better that he ate chuckles instead of ruining stuff.
We were sitting we were like, what do we do? He's eating chocolate. Chocolate's bad for dogs. Like, what do we do? Do we still go to the concert? It was like, it was.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Freaks us out, Jack. Your background is marketing. which is amazing, because I think that's also why you're so good at marketing yourself as the Expat Astrologer. And you've just like, yeah, you've just owned it from the start. You're like, I'm very interested in astrology, and then boom, you're like studying it, and you're just like doing all these things, and it's so refreshing. I think it's so nice for me as well, because it's like you have my stuff saved, so every now and then Meg will be like, do you know why you're doing this? It's because blah 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 blah, blah. You have a line here and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I started, I've got many years in marketing. I don't think I'm good at marketing myself, but I think our friendship has definitely helped. And I mean, I'll link it back to astrology in the fact that you're my, opposing sign, my polarity. And Leo, yeah, you just like the most incredible cheerleader, and like just push me, go, come on, do it. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to.
And I'm like,
And then, and I think back like on like, I mean, there's so many things I could start with, like the fact that you were like my personal trainer. So, like you just just one more. And you're like, oh my God, there's not one more. Don't lie to me. Like, I only know that now. Like in the beginning, I'm like, it is only one, right?
oh, it's actually three, but okay.
Yeah, and then you started your journey of like unselfishly me and everything, and I just kind of jumped on that little ride with you and did the course. And wow, like I think it was the first time I think I said to you right in the beginning, it's like it was an 8-week course, and I was like, oh, am I going to commit to this? Like, this is mad. And then, podcast every day, going for a walk every day, meditation every day for 8 weeks. I just came out of that going like, wow, I completed it. Like, it's the first one I've ever completed. It was just amazing. The amount of stuff that I unpacked in that course, I think really did help. And then, yeah, it's no coincidence that through that, and then meeting Carrie and doing my human design reading and figuring out like, her voice note, I listened to it still replay or after replay, like just listening to it and her telling me like, you have this voice, use your voice. And I was like, really? Do I don't really know if I do. And then, yeah, and then through you, I met Siobhan, and she did my astrocartography, because I was like, cool, that sounds like I'd like that. And then it blew me away. Like that, like left an imprint in my heart forever. I mean, so much so that I just started studying and asking her, like, where do I read? Where do I learn? How do I become you? I want to become you. And yeah, through all of that, it's just like kind of unpacked. I have this blog where I share our experience about Ireland and how we moved over, and I was really, really like keen on helping people and helping others in terms of how they moved over to Ireland. But like, I wasn't ever really happy with like just doing the admin and the relocation kind of part of it. I really wanted to like help them in a more meaningful way. And astrocartography does that. It's like, cool, what energy lines do you need to be on? Where do you need to live? And so, yeah, it's just been a wild and deeply healing. I've learned more about myself, and through that, I'm helping other people learn more about themselves. I think that's what's so beautiful about the whole thing.
And I think it's so interesting that people, I mean, none of us knew about astrocartography like more than a year ago. And it's so interesting. And like I say, it changes your life. Like even now, we're like, where should we live? Oh, not there. No, Nick's going to feel like this. Oh, you're going to feel like this. Oh, here. Oh my gosh, you guys all have lines in this area. You should go here because all three of you will actually be happy and thrive. And it's life-changing to know that. And to know that if you make a decision to leave or go, or stay, why you want to stay. You're like, I don't understand why I want to stay here. Why do I want to stay? Oh, you have a sun line or whatever line it is.
Or come back. So many people always give you like grief about South Africans wanting to go back. It's like, there's a reason. Like, your soul wants you to go back. Like, your soul is calling you home. And there's like, if you have like strong lines that you're born on, we're going on a tangent here now, but anyway, if you have like strong lines that you're born on, you carry that energy with you no matter where you go in the world. And I mean, it's like, when I left South Africa, Rob and I were like, we are not going to go forever. We are going for an adventure. Our feeling was to go and experience the world and travel and see what it has to offer. But like, we really like love South Africa. And I mean, there's a reason why we will like always hold South Africa in our hearts, and why we will likely always try and move ourselves back. Like, I don't see us, I mean, it breaks my heart thinking we're not going to go home. Like, I can't say that. I will not ever say that. I'll never be an expat that says I've left for good. And yeah, I think that's, yeah, it's so interesting because there's so many of my clients where they're like, I hated that place. Why did I hate that place? Like, everyone loves, I don't know, Las Vegas or Greece or, you know, freaking, yeah, even like Cape Town. They're like, I love, you know, like everyone loves it. Why do I hate it? Like, and there's a reason. Like, but yeah, you can start off small. Astrology is massive and vast and wide, and I'm learning something new every day. And I think that's why I'm a generator. So I have loads of energy, and I'm a 1-3. So I'm like, I just want to research everything. And yeah, with my astrology, I think that it's like just learning it bite size. I mean, starting off with knowing that today is Mercury Day, and we are using our throat chakras. And it's a great day for communication. So it's a beautiful Wednesday day.
I even put a throat chakra balm on my throat to open it up.
So it's just like knowing the days of the week, or knowing if you're a woman, you know, knowing the monthly cycle, your monthly cycle. It's like those things are so small and easy to do, and easy to implement, like wearing blue on Mercury Day, you know.
I mean, there is a little bit of blue there.
There's a little bit of blue.
So you planned it. You're like, Wednesday is a great day. I'm free on Wednesday.
You were like, you said Wednesday, and I was like, Wednesday's a beautiful day for me.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday are my great days.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So obviously everyone can see your energy and how fun we're going to have. So much fun in the community call. And that's why I'm going to be sending an email to everyone who has signed up and asking them for their birth time, birthplace, time of birth, so that we know your star sign, your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign, and also for the human design aspect as well. So we know when you guys are talking to us in the call, you kind of know, oh, there's actually 5 Leos here, or there's 5 this or 5 that, or, you know, just knowing who they are and the energy also, so you know what to, you know, talk about. So what are you going to be chatting to us about in the community call?
So I know Siobhan and Danny are also chatting with everyone. So I am doing an evolutionary astrology training, and that I've just completed, and it's just wild. It's really crazy. And so I'm learning a lot about the generational planets. So the planets that you know, everyone thinks of their sun sign or their moon sign or their rising sign, and that's all like personal stuff, but collective energy. So you're like, you know, generation, like you think of millennials or Gen Zs or the boomers or whatever, like our collective energy is all of those outer planets, and one in particular is Pluto. And I think everyone's scared of Pluto, and I want people to be a little bit more like open to what, like, you know, understanding what is deep within our souls on a deep level is so transformative and so healing. And like, you shouldn't be shying away from that healing and that growth. So Pluto really is a really misrepresented planet. And so I'm really keen on talking about, that.
I always say you have to feel to heal. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to be fine, I'm just going to push this down, because then that becomes your shadow side, and then that goes kaboom eventually. So that's obviously like is it like the feeling planet? Like, we need to feel that stuff to heal those things.
So if I tell you what, okay, so I'm going to just say it. It's sex, death, rebirth, and reinvention. So it sounds like really deep and dark, and it's like, wow. And it's not to do with like sex and death in the literal sense. But it's like power. It's our power, the power that we hold. And, you know, if you think about like how we are so, as a generation, are so much different to our parents' generation. And I mean, depending on when your parents were born, mine were like slightly older. So they're even an older generation. There's like always that miscommunication between the generations. They're like, oh, you guys are into technology and social media, what does it all mean and everything? It's like, we just evolving as we go, and Pluto is about evolving and figuring shit out and doing like what better way to do it. And so yeah, we are. Yeah, if you don't know your birth time, I just want to say this, sorry. If you don't know your birth time, it doesn't mean you can't know anything about astrology. All it does is it doesn't paint a picture in terms of where your planets are and what houses or what focus of life, but we can still know where those planets were in the sky. So you can still do a reading. It's just not as colorful a picture as if you knew your actual time. So I don't want people to not enter because they're like, oh, I don't know what my birth time is. It's going to be a waste.
Yeah.
There's still lots to unpack. And yeah, we'll still know that if you were born in a certain year on a certain day, you are a Pluto in Libra or Pluto in Scorpio or Pluto in whatever, we'll still know that. And there's still so much information.
And also they can always book with Janelle if they want to and do.
Yes. I send everyone to Janelle. Janelle's amazing. She
said to Delia, I was like, go to Janelle. Janelle will tell you. She can surrogate and see what time you were born. Here we go.
Yeah, she did that. Yeah, she's gonna do it for my mom because my mom is still figuring out when her birth time is, and I'm really interested in my nan's chart. This is also going off on a tangent. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But my nan and I looked at my grandmother's birth chart recently, and her and I have this like so many similarities. So now I'm like, okay, Janelle needs to figure out the time because I need to know more about this.
Yeah,
like,
it's amazing. I love it. I love that you can do that. And I think if you can get an appointment and actually do it with her so that you know the exact time, because then it is so accurate, like everything.
Yeah.
I mean, and also side note to people, you can actually do astrology for your business, which is I'm going to see my business and see what is potting there, and you know, it's so accurate. It's scary how accurate everything is. So it's quite interesting to do for your business as well, and to see why it is behaving the way it is, or you know, something growth or this or that. Yeah, so it's really interesting. So I think it's going to tie in so nicely with self-love and finding out those things you need to heal. And we were saying earlier, we were just chatting as we do, and you were saying that in order to move forward, you need to look back and see the things or where you've come from. I think a lot of people say, don't look back, you're not going that way, that quote, but also you need to heal what's behind there in order for you to feel whole and feel like, okay, I'm ready now to take this step forward and to move on. Otherwise, you're literally just taking the baggage with you.
Yeah, if you hold on too tightly to what you think you are, you don't move into what you're capable of becoming. Like, it's like there's so much, like, yeah. And I mean, you know, there's different ways, there's different language that you can use in astrology about past lives, or you know, the past, you know, but even just if you think about how much you've grown from when you were a teenager or when you were a child to when you were in your 20s to when you were in your 30s, like all that growing adds on each other. Okay, Jack, yeah, sure.
Like 5 minutes of fame, I'm ready.
Yeah, you said 5 minutes. You know, we're talking about everything. But yeah, no, there's so much to know about it. And I think that's what's so exciting is like whether you believe in past lives or not, or whether you believe in just old self, just like how you were yesterday and how you want to be today. You know, you can go as simple as that, really.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited. Just so you guys know, it's going to basically be like this. She's just going to be like talking, and we'll be like learning so much, and we'll be laughing and just going off on tangents, which is what we do.
Yes. Going off script and talking for 20 minutes instead of 5. Sorry.
And we're gonna do an Instagram live for all you people now too. So you know.
Oh God, I'm just warmed up now.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. So thank you for agreeing and coming on. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. And I'm excited for everyone to learn more about themselves and just to feel more confident in who they are. I think, you know, knowing your shit helps you to move through your shit, you know, and to own it and to live authentically as yourself. And I think that is the key to a happy life, and just, you know, feeling more comfortable in your skin and who you are.
Yeah definitely.
Okay. So we will see you soon on the big screen again.
Yes.
Obviously, I won't be on the screen, it'll be you. But yeah, if you guys haven't signed up yet, go sign up. The link is in my bio, and you only pay on the first of the month. So if you're waiting for payday, you don't have to. You can actually sign up now, and you only get billed on the first of the month. So I'm super excited. And yeah, bye to Meg and bye to Jack. He will be on the call. He'll be on the community call. We'll put a bow tie and everything. Thanks, my friend. I'll chat to you later.
Cool. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Unselfishly Me. Follow us on Instagram at unselfishlyme and check out our website www.unselfishlyme.com.